In this example, we're going to cover slope. There's a couple ways to work with this. You can either work with the formula where rise is over run, or you can use the traditional formula using endpoints, where you use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Let's work with both. For rise over run, it's best if you can make yourself a little bit of a triangle here. So let's start with AB. We make a bit of a triangle just like so. From there we can determine our rise. Our rise is 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be 3. And our run is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, as its rise over run, m is equal to 3 over 6, which of course can be reduced down to 1/2. So the slope is 1/2 for triangle AB. For triangle CD, again, make yourself some rise over your run. Okay, so that's going to be 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be 4 as your run. Now, of course, keeping in mind, for A and B, we were rising to the right. For CD, we're falling to the right. So it's not really a rise, it's going to be a negative rise because we're actually falling. Okay, so m is equal to rise over run. Well, it's going to be -3. Alright, with this triangle, CD, of course, remember we are falling to the right. So in this case, your answer is going to be -3 over 4 because you have a negative rise. To determine the slopes using the y2 minus y1 formula, you have to determine the coordinate points. So for A, you're going to have a couple of points, one being x and y, and same with B. You need to figure these ones out before using that particular formula. So let's work that one out. Along the x-axis, A is at 1. Along the y-axis, A is at 8. So that's your coordinate pair for A. For B, your coordinate pair is 7 because it's at 7 on the x-axis, and it will be at 11 on your y-axis. Once you've got all that sorted out, you can fill them into the formula. So I'm just going to label these. This is going to be x and y and x and y. I'll say that this is x1 and this is y1. This is x2 and y2. From there, it makes it a bit easier to put into the formula. So y2 is going to be 11 minus y1, which is 8, all over x2, which is 7, over x1, which is 1. Alright, now that we can subtract these, 11 minus 8 is 3, 7 minus 1 is 6, 3 over 6 is equal to 1/2, which you should remember was our slope from the rise over run formula. For C and D, let's determine the coordinate points. For C, that is going to be 6 on the x-axis and 5 on the y. And for D, that's going to be 10 on the x-axis and is going to be 2 on the y. Alright, so I'm going to say this is x1, this is y1, this is going to be x2, and this is y2. Let's put these into the formula now. You've got 2 minus 5 all over 10 minus 6. 2 minus 5, that's going to be -3. 10 minus 6, that's going to be 4. So the slope of line segment CD is going to be -3 over 4, which is the same as what we got with the last problem. And for C, it says, does it matter if the slope in B is calculated using the 2 endpoints of the line or 2 points found anywhere on the line? It will not, because this is a straight line and the steepness will be the same.